am right now. I am in the state of New York. And according to the Tax Foundation, the residents of the Empire State, where I live, endured the highest tax burden cumulatively than any other state in the union. Year after year, New York's solution to every single solitary problem: raise taxes higher and higher and higher with the worst infrastructure. Oh, and by the way, only on the rich, as they define it. And according to the far left, borderline socialist lawmakers in Albany, the government could solve all problems, provide for all citizens, if only the wealthy paid their fair share. Well, one of those politicians, the governor himself, Andrew Cuomo, is finding out the hard way that even on the state and local level, socialism doesn't work, which should be a lesson for all of us, especially on the new Green Deal. Take a look.
The collections are down to about 30% of the target. That is about a $2.3 billion drop in revenues. $2.3 billion as a drop at this point in revenues is as serious as a heart attack. SALT encourages high-income New Yorkers to move to other states. And what you have to remember is even if a small number of high-income taxpayers leave, it has a dramatic effect on this tax base. Tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich. We did. Now, God forbid, the rich leave.
And the rich are leaving. The state with some of the highest taxes in the country are now facing a 2.3 massive budget shortfall. Why? Because their citizens are fleeing in droves. Get this, nearly 10 out of every 1,000 residents left the state between 2016 and 2017. And in 2017, over 63,000 New Yorkers, they moved to a state with no income tax, Florida, a state with no other taxes as well, and much lower taxes. And it's not just New York. Look at these numbers. Between 2006 and 2017, the high-tax state of California saw a net loss of 1 million residents. Last year alone, another net loss of more than 130,000. In 2017, over 63,000 Californians, they moved to Texas. Again, no personal income tax in Texas. And it's not just that residents are fleeing California, so are major businesses. Look at this. Toyota, Nissan, Carl's Jr., Jamba Juice, Occidental Petroleum, and so many others all recently fled California. As a matter of fact, in a 9-year period, 13,000 businesses said goodbye to California. 1,800 businesses left alone in 2017. 299 of them went to Texas. And this comes as California plans to enact its own statewide single-payer health care plan, forcing their citizens to pay more in taxes, and they'll fit the bill for health care for every citizen, every non-citizen, every illegal immigrant who comes to the state. As a matter of fact, if you need health care, once they implement that plan, go out to California. It's free. And meanwhile, the former bankrupt city of Stockton, California, oh, they're now sending residents debit cards loaded with $500. It's now part of a universal guaranteed income experiment. And by the way, taxpayers of California, New York, Illinois, New Jersey, Connecticut, well, look at your states. Now, you see the trend, what's going on here? It's not rocket science. States with high taxes, burdensome regulations, massive government programs, they are driving people and businesses away, leaving fewer and fewer taxpayers to deal with a bigger and bigger tax bill as costs associated with government entitled programs are exploding. This is a death spiral. Not unlike, by the way, what we have seen with every big government socialist fantasy. Oh, look at this. The richest man in the UK, oh, he just moved to Monaco. Why? To avoid a £4 billion tax bill. Now, by the way, Great Britain's going to lose the tax revenue of their richest guy. And if we're not careful, the exact same thing could happen right here at home. This is why when we talk about the new Green Deal, you look at this massive Ponzi scheme of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and every liberal and every Democrat. What? They want the federal government to get rid of all fossil fuels, all gas-powered cars, all gas-powered ovens, get rid of airplanes. We're going to have high-speed trains that will take you straight to Asia and we'll take a sailboat over to Europe. And then we'll probably, I can't wait for the high-speed train to go straight to Australia. By the way, all in 10 years. And she wants the government to pay for everybody: family leave, medical leave, family vacations, retirement, higher education, health care, housing, and to put a cherry on top, guaranteed income for anyone who is unable or unwilling to work. Oh, guaranteed healthy food. Can't wait to see the menu. And the government, well, they want the government to renovate every single solitary building in America to ensure energy efficiency. Now, this fantasy is going to cost you, we, the taxpayers, trillions upon trillions of dollars, doubling, tripling the federal budget immediately, and simultaneously removing the entire lifeblood of our economy: oil, gas, and coal, which are now finally outproducing every other country on the face of the earth. But get this: Spartacus, Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, and of course Bernie Sanders, they love the new Green Deal and this madness. Spartacus actually called the Green New Deal affordable. And those left-wing radicals, they're all vying to be your next president. And dozens of other high-ranking lawmakers in the Senate and the House also support this foolish, radical, extreme lurch toward a socialist utopia. Great bumper stickers, great promises, platitudes. Everything's free, 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 guaranteed, guaranteed. Poverty, no problem. Everything, keep your doctor, keep your plans, save money. Oh, that didn't happen. More false promises. And unlike California, New York, the federal government, they actually have the power to print money. Now, the once wealthy, oil-rich nation of Venezuela, they tried to cover the cost of their massive socialist programs. What did? They printed money. And now the country, look at this, descending into chaos. No health care, no food, no medicine. Inflation rates that top 80,000%. President addressed this in Miami earlier today, speaking out against the surge of this lurch towards socialism right here in this country. Take a look.
Socialism is not about justice. It's not about equality. It's not about lifting up the poor. Socialism is about one thing only: power for the ruling class. To those who would try to impose socialism on the United States, we again deliver a very simple message: America will never be a socialist country.